Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this super cool bouncy ball, and it really does bounce. It does require a little bit of patience, but it is pretty fun to make. So the first thing you're going to want to find is a plastic ball that you can easily cut in half, and that's going to help you create your ball shape. You're going to want to grab a container to put your glue in to make your different colors of blue. So I am just using an ice tray here, and I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of glue. The amount of glue that you use really depends on the size of ball that you want and the different color, the thickness of the stripes that you're going to make. Now I'm adding cornstarch, and I'm adding half a teaspoon. So I have about 2 tablespoons of glue and half a teaspoon of cornstarch. So whatever your recipe is, make sure that you're using a quarter of the amount of cornstarch versus glue. Now I'm adding some food coloring. I'm going to alternate between green, pink, and green and purple. Okay, so here we have what makes up our ball. So we're going to move on to the next step, and you're going to want to have your plastic ball, and you want to have it set up so that it's not touching anything flat. So you're going to scrape some of your material here into this cup, and this cup is borax and water. So it's about a cup of warm water with half a teaspoon of borax. I may have put a little bit more in just because I want the process to be sped up. So you're going to scrape that in. It is sticky and messy, but as soon as you put it in the liquid, you'll notice that it hardens. And you want to kind of squish it around so that all areas of the glue are exposed to the borax. You'll notice that when you squish it, there might be some pockets of glue. If you notice that, you can just put it back in the liquid, squish it, and just make sure everything is hard. What I'm doing here is I'm just creating a circle shape so that it is easier to put into my ball. And I'm also trying to make stripes in my ball, so you want to try to make it as level as possible. It is quite slippery from being wet in the borax water, and my ball is plastic, so it takes some patience to just get that nice and straight. I have 2 layers now for each side of my ball, so I'm just going to squish it just to make sure that there's no air pockets, and again trying to make the colors as level as possible so that I get a nice striped look when my ball is complete. So again, just trying to make the color level, and you'll notice that I keep using the borax solution to help smooth out this green sort of slime to help make the ball as perfect as can be. have too much left over of the last color here so that your ball can't close like I did, you'll see how it kind of squishes together. Meh, you don't want that. So I actually had to spend some time taking out some, because you want to make sure that your ball can close all the way for obvious reasons, so that your ball looks like a ball and not an oval. Again, I'm using the borax solution to help smooth out everything and just scraping off until I can close my ball like so. You'll notice here that I'm going to put the ball right in the borax solution. I do this a couple times actually, just to make sure that the two halves can seal together quite nicely, and it helps smooth it out when you're going to let it dry a little bit in your plastic ball. You want to put your ball back in the stand that you had so that it doesn't go flat, because if you leave it on a table it will go flat. And I left mine overnight, and this is the final product. So when taking care of your ball, you want to make sure that you actually keep it in your plastic ball holder if you're not using it, as the shape will eventually flatten, and as it dries it'll actually get quite hard. So you have the sort of perfect balance between still kind of soft so it bounces before it gets too hard. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and make sure you keep coming back to watch more of our videos. Thanks!
Thank you.